Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to a safety meeting gameplay series. Today we are playing Rising World and we are continuing our survival series. But it seems like right now it is the wildlife series. We got all sorts of stuff going on here. We have moose, bear, moose. And I think this one's starting to get friendly with us as well. Because we've got our little fellow over here that this is our buddy that's just been hanging out watching us build and everything for a while. But I'm not in a hurry. We did have I think we got a suggestion to name him Charles. Charles the Moose. I think that's what it was. You are a cute little man, aren't you? But here's what we've got going on. I hope this episode is going to be bear free. I'm not exactly sure because we've already seen this guy that's just kind of keeping an eye on us, but I think he's going to be harmless. He's just hanging out over there. I think he might be stalking something. So as long as he just keeps his attention over there, we're all good. So yeah, in our last episode, I can't believe how close I came to getting killed by that stinking bear. I literally ran right in front of him. You look like you're having trouble drinking. You got a drinking problem? Hey. Hey. Come on now. I spent a little bit of time just flattening this area out because I plan on building a little shelter here. I have no idea what kind of home I want to build yet. I think we're probably just gonna, because this area is so cool looking, I don't want to throw anything modern or anything. I'm gonna do my attempt at a nice little log cabin, just something that like a hunter's shack or something like that. And make it look all nice and rustic and all that kind of good stuff. But the first thing that I need to do is get some kind of a mining setup going. So when we finished off the last episode, I was kind of playing around up here a little bit, and I think this is going to be the start of the mine. Now I've got two things that I'm after today. First, we got to start digging our hole into that thing there. And the reason for that is not only do I want to get a smelter, but I also want to get a sawbench. And right now, the reason I want to get the sawbench is because that is where we can get our chests. Right now, I'm hurting for storage. I am hurting bad. One of the things that I'm going to do real fast, though, is because I have the hoe made for farming, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of dig up a little plot, and I've got 20 tomato saplings. If I have potatoes, I probably have... Well, that's strawberry. I should have potato saplings running around in here somewhere. Who knows? But that'll free up a little bit of my inventory, and it'll get some food growing at the same time. So we'll get that working double time for us. But the saw bench is located in here. If we go to our crafting stations and... Let's see, the saw bench, that's what we're after. So we need 32 lumber in order to get that. And this saw bench opens up a ton of stuff. It gives you your construction with beams and planks, doors and windows and decorations, furniture, all sorts of fun things. So we need to get that today in order to get a chest. So first, let's just start off with getting a quick little farm going here. See, I know I'm going to build the house. I'm kind of partial to this view. I think that's the view that I want to come out of my front door seeing. You can even see we've got way over there in the distance. There's a little bit of a landscape going on. That is so cool looking. So I think probably the best thing, we'll kind of consider this the backyard where all of our mooses are kind of guarding us. So let's just do a small plot right here, just enough to get us going. And normally I sit there and take all the time to make sure this thing is squared up and looking pretty and everything like that, but I'm not going to do that right now. We're not here to impress anybody except the mooses. And I think they'll just be happy that we got some vegetables growing. Alright, so we're just going to call that good for right now. Alright, so we've got, let's see, we got tomatoes. I think that was strawberries. Yeah, I guess that's it. I really didn't do a whole lot in the way of actually gathering things. Oops. Alright, so let's get all of these planted. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on any of this garden. I'm just going to get things planted and good to go. Normally I get these things all in a nice staggered pattern and everything, but not going to worry about it. And it pains me to do that. Alright, so that's going to be more tomatoes than we're ever going to need. But it doesn't hurt to be prepared. I think that was strawberries. So that'd be fine right there. You guard my tomatoes for me, sir, and I will let you have a couple. Alright, so we got to get ourselves prepared for a little bit of mining. Now, I think what I'll end up doing... I'm going to get a couple of torches going for that. Let's see, do we have... Got 2 torches still. Now, torch mounts I can make just out of my own crafting interface here. So let's get a couple of these just to get us started. Oop. And a couple of those. Yeah, since now that we're getting into... Well, actually, let's go sleep real fast. I'm going to go sleep, and then we'll get to some mining. Everything okay last night? Did you have any problems? It's alright. I'm out of here. Alright, so this is where I'm going to do the mine. We need to get a little bit of... I'm not going to even bother with a illuminated path just yet. But I do want to get one here just to light up the doorway. That'll work for me. So this is where I'm going to plug the hole. I'm going to dig in a little bit and then just start digging down. And usually what I do for mining is just dig down on about a 45-degree angle. And it hasn't failed me yet. I always end up finding pretty big veins of ore every single time. So I don't really look around for like the perfect spot or anything like that. If you just start digging, you're going to find something. Now this is one thing that I do, and I'm probably going to upset any hardcore survivalists, which I normally am a hardcore survivalist, but because the game isn't entirely finished, being early access and all that kind of good stuff, the lighting with the torches, it's almost unbearable. You can't see any of the ores or anything like that. You'll end up passing up so much ore that I use the debug light. If you press the L key, you'll actually be able to see pretty much everything because it's just like daylight immediately around you. Now, nobody else can see that you have that on, so it's kind of like a little personal cheat. And I know it's probably pitch black for you guys right now, so let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's get out a torch real fast. Not the mount. Now, see how orange everything is? Now, for me, it's just a color issue. So when there's veins of ore hiding in the walls here, they're kind of hard to see. So right now, that's the only reason that I use this cheat. And I'll show you the difference. This is with a torch. Let me get it out of my hand here. And this is with the debugging light on when I press the L key. So you can see the difference. And I'll also show you once we actually find some ore. So that's a little cheat that I do. It's the only cheat that I use in survival. I don't fly or anything like that or spawn any items in. So right now it's just a personal preference purely because of the visuals. I just end up passing up too much good stuff. Yeah, so let me know what you think about that. Tell me if you do the same thing or not. Or if you are actually like full-blown hardcore and only will mine to the torchlight. So I'd be very curious to see what the preferences for some people are. Alright, so I think this is the plan. This is going to take a long time. So with the power of technology, we're going to scan ahead a little bit. I'm going to dig around here for probably about another 5 minutes and just see what I end up finding. So I will be right back. Alright, here we go. Here's a little bit of iron ore. I think that's what that is. Let me show you the difference now and why I use the debugging light. Now, all I did was... See, the entrance to our mine is right there. I took a left turn right here and found this. So this is what would have happened if I was just going by torchlight. Now, let me turn off my light. Now, by torchlight, you can see... Right now, because we know it's there, you can see it really well. But if you're just digging, a lot of times you'll end up missing tiny little bits and pieces, like a little corner of the ore or something like that. So that's the only reason why I end up doing that light cheat. So I just wanted to show you that real fast, and let's get us some more. Well, another thing that I found too, when I made that little left turn, is a little bit of coal. Now, coal is actually very important in this game, and one of the recent updates, our furnaces actually need fuel now. So you have to fill your furnaces with a certain amount of either coal or wood. Now, I don't know the burn times or anything like that. I haven't actually looked it up. So I'm assuming that there's probably a difference between the two. Wood is probably going to burn up a lot faster than coal. So I'm not exactly positive on that. That's something that we're just going to have to experiment on our own with. I'm not exactly sure how much stone I have on me. Let's find out. We need 125 pieces for a furnace, I believe it is. So we got almost 2.5 stacks. Let's keep going for a couple of more minutes, and then we'll go topside and get another furnace going. And I'll show you how to load it and everything if you haven't done that yet. So, ooh, a piece of iron. I think that's what this is. I don't know. Let's find out what the heck we're finding here. Okay, that's copper. So the copper is a little bit darker. We got copper and iron. That's awesome, because that's exactly what I was looking for, is a little bit of both. Now, one thing that I gotta remember is to eat. We need to get ourselves a canteen. That's kind of my ultimate goal right now, is a canteen. We do have buckets in the game, but that's not really a survival thing at the moment. That's more just something that's cool to have. But the canteen, that'll help us in a survival situation because we'll actually have a little bit of water with us. So let's come up here, and I'll show you where that coal was. Ah, here it is. The little black smudges. Just looks like we got a dirty mine right here. Let's see how much we got going on in here. Hopefully enough to keep our furnace going a couple of times anyway. Oh, looks like a decent sized chunk so far. Bonus. Well, I guess we'll just keep on digging then. Take all I can get. Ooh, we found grass. Did we find like a secret world down here? Gonna find like the Keebler elves or something? That'd actually be kind of cool. Find an underground cookie factory? Ooh. Alright, now I hope we find some elves. It's either that or I'm gonna have to go to the store to get cookies. Alright, well this is a massive chunk of copper that I'm picking around in. Check that out. That's a lot of copper. So I think this is what I'm gonna do here. Yeah, we got a lot now. We got 15 pieces of iron. Yeah, we got copper coming out of our ears. Let's go get a furnace started. So at least we got some ingots going. And we'll come back and we'll continue to do a little bit more mining. Nope, there's the moose guarding my table for me. You don't have to leave now. I'm up here. I'm leaving. So continue guarding. Isn't he the coolest? All right, what the heck am I up here for? Let me turn my light off for one. Jeez, that's much better. All right. Furnace, that's what I'm after. So now we got two different smelting furnaces now. We have, oh, that's right. I forgot that it takes lumber now as well. So we've got the smelting furnace, which is the regular one that we're used to. And then we also have the big smelting furnace. This one takes a lot more resources. Now you'll see when it comes back around here. And stop it when it does. Bam. Now there's the wide mouth one versus the regular one. You can see how big of a difference there is right there now. So that's brand new to the game. And also what's brand new is the fact that we have to load these full of fuel. So let's get one placed. I hope, okay. I'm gonna say I hope I have enough inventory that I didn't just craft one and didn't have the space for it. So I guess since we got our farm over here, let's go ahead and just put our furnace over here as well. This will kind of be our little utility area until we get a homestead figured out here. So let's just go ahead and plop this down right here. Now the one thing to keep in mind, I'll rotate this around. In order to fill this, there's the door right there on the side. Make sure that you have access to that, because when when this was a new update, just a couple of weeks ago, I think, my existing furnaces were kind of buried into a wall, and so I couldn't see that door, and it took me forever to figure out how to load the darn thing. I had to finally build a brand new one, and I saw that the loading door was there on the side. So keep that in mind when you're placing these things. Make sure you got access to that little door. Alright, so if we try to turn this thing on right now, it says this furnace has no fuel. So this is part of that new update. Now I got 32 pieces of coal. So here's what we want to do. We aim at that little door right there and hit your action key. Now current fuel level is 0 out of 1,000. I might as well experiment here because I do have... Let's see, can you just put wood in this thing? Okay, I'm hitting all sorts of buttons and it's not letting me put wood. What about lumber? Okay, lumber it lets me put in. So 1 piece of lumber is going to get us 5 fuel units? That doesn't sound right. 5 fuel units. Alright, well let's get let's see. We'll do the top level. Top level is copper, bottom level will be iron. These furnaces are a little finicky when it comes to this type of stuff. Just trying to place things. Alright, so this is iron. I want to just make sure we got a little bit of both going here. So we don't have a lot of iron. I don't seem to be finding a lot of that. Alright, so now, let's see. Okay, that began the smelting. I only put 1 piece of lumber in here. Let's see how long that lasts. It's already down to 4. Okay, so lumber burns relatively quickly then it seems. I'm not going to get real high-tech and actually time this stuff out. This is more just a curiosity thing. So we got that 1 piece of lumber in there. Let's go ahead and switch it out with coal. And just see what it's going to do now. Oh, okay. So I wasn't standing close enough the first time. Wonder if you can use logs then. Let's try it again. It just doesn't let you use logs. Alright, that's cool. I just wanted to double check. Whoa, 1 piece of coal. Alright, so that was 1 piece of coal. That was 40 units. Alright, so definitely take the time to mine out the coal. Okay. Can I keep filling it? Oh, it's just on a little bit of a delay. Alright, so you just gotta wait for that little chest icon to disappear, and then you can place another piece in there. Alright, well that's good enough for right now. Whoop! Wrong button! I don't know what this is, but I'm putting it in there. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we got that on. We got our little moose still protecting us. I hope he sticks around when we have the house. I'll build a little spot for him. Alright, so we got ourselves a little bit of ore smelting down in the oven there. Oh, we got both of our mooses here. I hope we don't have the bear hanging around. I can't see. Here, let's do this real fast. Let's sleep. Alright, I'll see you guys in the morning. Oh man, much better. Not nearly as scary. Alright, let's see how much lumber we need for this saw bench, because I really need to start putting some of this stuff into a chest. So crafting station, saw bench, it was 32 lumber. Now for lumber, that's under resources. Now I have some logs, so we'll just use them all. Crafting, saw bench, bam! Alright. We now have our first saw bench. The saw bench is awesome. You're gonna love all the cool stuff you can do. Pardon me, Mr. Moose, you got another bench you need to guard here. Oh, so he walks away. Oh no, he was just getting a better spot. That's my moose. Alright, so here we go with our saw bench. Now it starts you right off in the construction. And the construction, it gets a little bit complicated if you've never worked with it before. Now, I'm going to be mostly using wood planks and wood beams. I'm going to try not to use any blocks in this house, actually. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe just for the foundation, I'm not exactly sure. But if you're not familiar with the wood plank and wood beam extended construction system, that's kind of what this is called. I did a full tutorial. There's kind of a beginner's tutorial, and then I did a follow-up, more advanced stuff. And it pretty much gives you everything you would need to know to learn how to use some of these beams and planks and the glass panes and things like that. So to give you an idea, the planks, you can scroll through using the arrows, and it gives you all the different textures. Wood beams are going to be the exact same textures, but just in beam. I think this is probably like the equivalent of maybe like a 4x4 wood beam versus wood plank. I think, and the wood plank, you can adjust sizes and stuff. You can with the beams as well, but we'll get into all of that. We got glass panes, so you can do all sorts of different frosted glass and textured and things like that. And then also different window frames. And these window frames are nice because they kind of snap automatically to whatever size you need. Not every time, but for the most part. So that's the extended construction system. Now, like I was saying, if you want to learn how to use that, go check out my Rising World tutorials playlist, and you'll find the extended construction system in there. Now, the other stuff that this has is seedings. You got all, I'm not going to go through everything. I'll let you guys go through it. I don't want to ruin everything for you. But you got all sorts of different stuff, all the way down to a wood or stone throne. You got tables, cupboards, miscellaneous. This is how you can cook. We're going to get into that a little bit later into the game. All your decorations and stuff. Here's the chest. So this is what we're after right now. Oh, sweet. We actually have enough lumber for it, too. We can change our design. Not really design, but the color of the chest by clicking the arrows. I don't really have any types of preferences. My favorite wood texture in the game is this kind of bluish brown. I don't even know what that is. I'm not sure what type of wood that is even in real life, but that's my favorite wood texture in the game. So let's go ahead and make a chest real fast. Alright, so number 4. We'll just go ahead and put the chest right over here, since this is where we're going to be spending most of our time. So hold down right click, and that will place your chest. Action key will open it. Now the cool thing about the chests is there's actually, you can see right here, pages. Page 1 and page 2. So you got a ton of spots right here. But if you fill that up, just switch over to page 2 and you can fill it up even more. So I think for right now, let's go ahead and keep all the tomatoes on us. I'm going to keep the stone right now as well, because later on we're going to start building bricks and things like that, and we're going to want that stone. I think the ores I'm just going to hold on to for right now, just so I got them. Now if you double click, you can actually just pop these in real fast. You don't have to keep doing the drag and drop. Let's see. Oh, that's right. We did find a little bit of aluminum ore. Alright, that'll be good for right now. Alright, so we got our sawbench and our furnace going, so that's pretty awesome. Those are definitely two... Whoa, hi. Jeez. Man, would you quit sneaking up on me, pal? Alright, yeah, go stand over there for a minute while I finish this up. Now he's pouting now. I think I made him feel bad. Ooh, those are done. So let's do another round of these. Alright, so I think this is what I'm going to have going on here. Let's go ahead and wrap it up for right now. I feel like we got a pretty good amount of stuff happening here. We got the furnace and the crafting bench, or the saw bench, and we also got the start of our mine. So I think we're off to a pretty good start. And since our moose is sticking around, I think he agrees. I think this is going to be a good wrap 'em up point for right now. Whoa, God, would you stop it? I keep thinking that's the bear. Which, speaking to him, what you up to? Alright, so him and that other moose are still just hanging out. He looks tired. Must have found somebody and ran him down. Alright, so I think what we'll probably end up doing in the next episode is I'm going to continue this mine, and we got to start figuring out what we're going to do for a house. I think it's just going to be a tiny little thing. We'll probably put a little footprint of it right in here. Just a little square or rectangular thing, nothing fancy. So So I think that's what we're going to get going in our next episode. What do we got going on with our tomatoes here? It's like those are starting to go pretty nice here. Alright, so I appreciate everybody for watching, and if you liked the episode, oh, hello, I'm getting moose kisses. If you enjoyed the episode, leave me a like. If you like this moose, leave a like for him. He'd appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time for some building on Rising World. Oh, he looked like he was counting. I think he's counting items in the chest. Did you see that? He stopped twice. Man, he's such a smart moose. Yeah, I guess he doesn't like being scratched on the head. So, alright, I will see you guys soon.